What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Sun Devils will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Boone. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Boise State Broncos offense will have the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
On first down from their own 22. To the air, it's Brooks. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Broncos with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
The Broncos are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll throw on third and short. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will go to work for the first time today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that.
Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Boise State right. send out that offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Dropping back, it's Brooks. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out. Let's get some positive yards.
Oh, he's got some space. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Now the play fake. Got his man out of the backfield. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. It'll be 3rd and long. Just keeps slinging it. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Broncos are rolling down the field. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Spins away from the defense. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Broncos lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Brooks. They'll run the screen. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be...
Touchdown, Boise State! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're going into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Casey. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Finding themselves down, and they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Looking left. Wide open downfield. Quick step and go. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm I can't give him these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Looking for room. It's Whitaker. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the Sun Devils will go for it here on fourth down. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
I like the adjustments from this offense from first possession to second. Like first possession, you could tell maybe a little bit nervous. Maybe just not starting the way they wanted to. Didn't script the plays, but now putting a good drive together. A good response from Clinton last drive.
Well, it's tipped near the goal line.
And that's a big missed opportunity there. And sometimes it's just those small things. It's getting your feet set so you can throw the ball.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Boone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Dropping back, it's Brooks. Bringing the heat. Firing to the right, complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Using the quick game. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Going right to work up top. Moves around to clear up the vision. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Working that left side now. Turning it on. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, How about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Back to throw, it's Brooks. Got his man in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. 2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying play action. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Broncos line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Wants to return it. Slips through the line. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Leaves it with the back. Find some fresh air.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads it left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Ole Miss came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Brooks. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Out of the gun to give to the back. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Still looking on the move. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over. Boise State ready to send out that offense.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Looking to throw, it's Brooks. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Fights off a defender. Past the first down marker and still running. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. Plows through the defense. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He makes a grab. Looking for the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before half. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Brooks. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
I bet it... to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. To the air on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Broncos moving quickly to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Broncos will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum on the other side.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell that he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off, and it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Trying to keep this drive alive. Thrust that arm out. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise.
The Broncos will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house, great blocking, and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Coming out on first down with the play fake. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback all game long.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers and then coordinators figure it out and then start double teaming them.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stuck.
Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wants to throw. It's Brooks. Finds his tight end. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Wants to throw again. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Broncos decide to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Sun Devils in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down after 44.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Spinderella. Give him 6. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Michigan State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Holds and fires complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking downfield, it's Brooks. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Broncos will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They'll give it to the back.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Sun Devils have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Caught near the sticks. It's Mahoney. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from pay dirt.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
He'll bring it out. It's Proctor. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He leaves it with his back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Going to try to get it himself. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
Number 11, on to kick it away.
Hunt is on its way. Let's see what he can do with it. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So first down will open up the final period. On the ground with the counter. Got the first down and still on his feet. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Sun Devils, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to pass. It's Satterfield. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Punts it out of the air. There he goes. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Complete to the wideout. Pickup of 12.
And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10.
First down.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice job going for it on fourth down. You pick up the first. You've got the ball at the 1-yard line. Let's just run the ball again right here.
The Sun Devils trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Wants to go up top on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Wants to fire on second down. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And the Broncos send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking for a man. It's Satterfield. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. First down and more. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. UCLA was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't. Close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Bruins performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll keep it himself. Gets it past the marker. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And what a nice play. It's a great option. They run it to perfection. Quarterback keeps the football, running down the field, going to make a play. And the defense continues to hustle, continues to fight, forces the fumble. Never give up on a play. That's why you never give up on a play, right?
Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Proctor. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Boise State ready to send out that offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll try the run. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. Took a shot as he threw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
The Broncos will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Pitts. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. Offense in a split backfield. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Fox. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Fires complete on the crosser. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Broncos need to pick it up on 4th down.
Let's go! Let's go!
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Back to pass, it's Satterfield. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. There he goes. Out of bounds he goes at the 26, and they gobbled up a huge chunk of yardage on that one. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16. Nothing like stomping a guy in the teeth when you got him down. They'll try to tack on 3 more. And it's no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20.
Here we go, here we go.
Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.